Hello everybody. We will continue with our Excel concept in this session also. We have finished Excel concept in 2 of our session. In the first session, we started with our introduction concept, and you would have observed how our Excel sheet will look like and how you can work on it. And in the last session, we discussed about how to do user-defined functions in Excel. Like in system only has lot of formulas like standard deviation, sum, count, average, maximum, minimum, flooring, like trigonometrical function like sine value, cos value, like log value. There are so many functions available. Last class we saw how to use those options and all. And today's session we will start with the user-defined calculation. User-defined calculation means we are not going to use the formula which is already there in the Excel. We will only write, as a user, we will only write the formula and we will execute the calculation. Okay, like that we will try to do it off. So for an example to do user-defined calculation, let me type some example for you. I hope you can see the screen clearly in this size. So here I am giving serial number, name, next is item, next is rate I am mentioning, then amount. You need to calculate the amount. These 4 values is going to be this 4 value is going to be your input and this is going to be your output. So randomly mention the values like this. Serial number, then item, give some item names. For example, we will make these items name. So we have mentioned the item and then mention the rate of the product. So these are the rate of the product mentioned. So what I will do, I will change this to rate and this to number of item. Okay, this is the rate of the product, and number of item I wanted this. I wanted this 5 kgs. This I wanted 4 kgs. Soap I wanted 3. Sugar I wanted 5 kgs, and oil I wanted 6 liters, and salt I wanted 3 packets. So items I have put, and to calculate amount. So this is the calculation part. In Excel, see directly value I want to type, I can type like this, like 30, 25 kgs you want, 25, 23, 25, like that. But to tell the system you are going to start with the formula, you should start with the symbol called equal to. Understand? If I normally type like this, it will become a value. To tell the system I'm going to give a formula to you, to the Excel sheet, always start with the symbol called equal to. Okay, so here you have to give a equal to symbol. You want the amount means you need to multiply the rate into item. For this and all, you should not put 90.75 into 25. Like this, if you put, you will get answer. I'm not telling you won't get answer. Problem is, if you use this, then it will become a calculator. And any changes, for example, from 25 kgs, I'm changing myself to 5 kgs. It won't reflect the changes. Able to understand? When I give Excel means it should be user friendly. When I change my value also should change. But when I use this value method directly, what value I specified. So if you look into the formula also, still 25 only is there. 5 it is not considering. To avoid this confusion only, always in Excel we should give the cell address. So when I want to multiply this 90.75, don't type 90.75, type the cell address of 90. One thing you can only type, what is the cell address of 90.75 is this side C, this side 2. So it is C2. Understood? Multiplication symbol, then multiplied by D2. You can click also, it will select. It's not that you need to type. Click on that location, it will type. So tell me, understood the formula? Start with equal to symbol, C2 into D2. Press enter. Now you see, instead of 5 kgs, I am changing myself to 7 kgs. The value changes. This is the benefit of using the Excel. Previously, if you give value, any modification in the content you can't do, so we prefer this method. And one more advantage of using the cell address is, once you decide the cell address, select it and come to the right end corner. Your mouse pointer is in a bigger size. When you bring to the right hand corner, it will become a smaller size. Drag it for all the values, you will get the answer in instantly. Okay, you're not going to redo it, recalculate for every time. Only once you will type the formula, remaining thing you will just drag it. And if you can observe the second formula, see, system only is automatically calculated. It is incremented C2. Previous formula was C2 into D2. Now it has become C3 into D3. Next formula will be C4 into D4. Next formula will be C5 into D5. Next formula will be C6 into D6. And next formula will be C7 into D7. Got an idea? So like that it will calculate. This is how we can do. Not only these kind of calculation, we can in using Excel, we can prefer our mathematical calculation like simple interest, compound interest, Fahrenheit to centigrade, area of a triangle, radius of a rectangle, area of a square, circumference of a circle. All these kind of calculations also we can try. For your reference, we will do simple interest formula as a next one. Simple interest. So to do simple interest, the required value is principal, rate of interest, then number of years. Then last field is the final answer, simple interest. And one thing, if you observe, my cell is been getting hidden within another cell. In this case, what you can do, you can select it, click wrap text. So here it is. If you give wrap text, you can, it will only adjust the content to the cell space. Give some principal value. So I have given some rate of interest 4.6%, 7.8%, 14.3%, 22.9% interest. Number of years is going to be 6572. Okay. Now to calculate simple interest, always start with the thing equal to. What will happen? System will understand you are going to do a formula. Then what is the formula for simple interest? PTR divided by 100. P value is, first line alone we are going to concentrate. So first value is 50,000 is in address of, here G, here 3. So G3, type G3, multiply symbol, rate of interest, once again multiplication symbol, number of years, divided by 100 is constant value, just put divided by 100. That's all. Once you get the other one value correctly, what you have to do? Select the cell, come to the right hand corner, then drag it. Any number of values you have, you can calculate in one thing. Automatically formula would have got adjusted. You can observe here our formula would have changed according to the values we are moving. Okay, this is. Then you can try area of rectangle also. What is the formula for area of rectangle? Yes, it is length into breadth. So give the length value, give the breadth value, then calculate the area. So specify some values: 56.4, 34.3, 78.9, 23.3, like that. And breadth also you type some values. So input data you only have to type. System system will calculate the output. So these are the things. So area is length into breadth, we all know. So give the first cell address, start with equal to symbol. That you should not forget. First value multiplied breadth, present. Then area of rectangle you will get. This is area of rectangle. The word rectangle is been hide going to the next cell. So to avoid, what I have to do, select it, give wrap text. Same values I want to calculate area of square. What I have to do, you tell me? Length into length is square. So change the formula equal to length value into length value, A12 into A12, you will get area of square. One value you found, drag it, you will get the another value. Okay. Then you need to know to align the things. How you present this is very important. Give one box border, give some coloring for it, select some coloring, make it bold. To give this, this is area of rectangle and square. So give the headings. Area of rectangle and square. You can merge it, means it will thing. And these two are input and these two are output. So give some different colors for this. This is one set of color and this is another set of colors. Like this, you can do the designing part of it. Okay. Then it will be in a presentable manner. This is how we will do the calculation. Practice these programs. So here also you can select, give border, and this exercise also you can give border. Okay. Practice these exercises so you'll get an idea about how Excel will work like. Then your assignment will be today based on salary calculation. I need a statement like this with a colorful statement with all these calculation. For an example here, let me explain the salary sheet. Here employee number, then you should have an employee name, basic salary. Only these three field you will give and these part you will calculate. Okay. TA means traveling allowance. Okay. 25% of TA if I give, you should calculate. Formula for TA will be 25% into 25 divided by 25,000. Basic salary is, first basic salary is 25,000. 25,000 into 25 divided by 100. DA is 12%. So your salary will be 25,000 into 312 by 100. HRA is 50%, means once again 25,000 into 15 by 100. PF and loan. And net salary will be, usually this TA, DA, HRA is income for us. So to the basic salary it will be added. This PF means provident fund. HRA is house rent allowance. Okay. PF is provident fund. Provident fund will be given only when we retire. So that is deducted from our salary. Same way loan should also be deducted from our salary. So when you calculate the next salary, you need to add basic TA, DA, HRA and subtract PF and loan. So the formula also mentioned here. Like this, you need to prepare a salary sheet. One rough example I will do and give. You need to prepare like this in your worksheet and upload in our app. Okay. Consider I have taken this example: employee number, name, basic salary. T I have taken 25%, HRA 5%, PF is thing, LIC and net salary. So when it comes to here, you will enter only these three values. When it comes to TA, what you have to do, start with equal to symbol, give the basic salary cell address into 25 divided by 100. Okay, you will get the TA. HRA is 5%, so put equal to, once again this address, into 5 divided by 100. You will get HRA. PF is equals to 30,000 into 6 divided by 100. Then LIC is 4% equal to basic salary into 4 divided by 100. You got it. Able to understand? From the basic salary, 25%. Observe here, this is the formula given. 25% is TA. 5% is HRA. 6% is this one. LIC is 4%. Now when you want to calculate net, what is the formula? P and HRA is an income for you. You need to add to the basic salary. PF and LIC is a deduction to your salary, so you should minus. So when you write a formula, start with equal to, add basic salary, put a plus symbol, TA has to be added, HRA can be added, minus PF minus LIC. You will get the answer. This is one way to do. Or what we can do when it comes to this, put a bracket. Usually we will use no mathematical things, so we will use bracket. So what we will do, this both we will add. That means PF and LIC I will add, then I will subtract to the thing. Answer is going to be the same. Don't worry about the answer. This is another way to represent the formula using brackets. So basic plus TA plus HRA plus minus PF and minus LIC will give you net. Same way, you need to calculate a salary statement, but this percentage I will mention. Some other value percentage would have been mentioned in your assignment that you have to use and calculate. Next example I want you have to do as an assignment is your marks calculation. Enter 5 subject or 6 subject. You need to enter the student name, roll number, serial number, 5 to 6 subject marks. Calculate the total. I think all of you know how to calculate the total. If you use the sum or go to formulas tab, and if you press this, you will get the total of 5 subject. After calculating total, you need to calculate the percentage of a student or average. I think all of you know the formula for average. Total divided by number of subject will give you the average. So something like this. See how neatly done. Like this, I want everybody to prepare a mark list for your thing. So these two will be your assignment questions. Okay. Try these exercise. Even try the exercise which you have done in the beginning also. But as an assignment, submit these two things and you have to upload it. Practice it off. It will be very easy. In case any clarification or doubt is there, you can put it in our YouTube video comments or in the classroom app comments so that I will be able to help you out. Okay. With this, we stop this part of the session. We will come back with our this is another concept in our next session. Bye for now.